Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would just relax, get in my place of zen, talk to you guys. So you guys sit down, buckle up, listen up, and I'm going to put on my +5 cap of weaponsmithing, and let's get this party started. Alright, most of you guys know, I hope you know who Tracy Anderson is. Normally I'm extremely critical of her. I consider her to be one of the most detrimental fitness figures in terms of actually hurting women's health and fitness, because she runs around telling women not to lift anything heavy, that no woman should ever pick up anything heavier than 3 pounds. So basically, I guess she's saying that, women should never have babies unless they're premature, and they shouldn't carry in the groceries, that they need a big, strong man for them. Now, a lot of you guys who lift out there might like that, but you might also want your women to get into shape and actually get some health benefits from it. So, bit of a problem there. As much as I dislike Tracy Anderson, she released a new statement and some interviews that made it into a couple of mainstream news outlets that I saw yesterday. And you know what? As much as I might dislike her, even a broke clock is right twice a day. And in this case, I guess the timing was just right. She made a statement, and it's interesting because it might actually be controversial, but she's dead right. She said that for the average person, they should walk, not run. In fact, she even stated that because most people are out of shape, they oftentimes have very sedentary lives, sedentary jobs, everything else, that their knees and joints and everything can't handle high-impact running, and that they will wear out quicker, get tired quicker, and will burn less calories trying to run because they'll be too exhausted than if they walk, because they can simply walk more total miles than they can run, quite a bit more. You know what? She's dead right. In fact, most medical doctors agree, as far as basic cardio goes, people just need to do list cardio several times a week in order to get the health benefits of cardio. In fact, we know that walking for 30 minutes at least 3 times a week, for the average person who's sedentary, and I know for those of us who train and lift and everything else, you're laughing going, walking 30 minutes, what the hell, that's not even exercise. But it really is. Even for you guys who are lifting weights and you're bigger and heavier, walking is more metabolically taxing for you than it was when you were 30 pounds lighter. All that muscle moving around, even doing lifts, gets your heart rate up, burns through a fair amount of calories. So don't really knock it. But yeah, the thing is, doctors will say that it will dramatically improve your health. That if you have someone walk 30 minutes, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, a nice brisk walk around the neighborhood or the park or whatever, that their blood markers should start to improve within 30 days, meaning cholesterol, fasting blood glucose, all of that stuff that really matters, the things that we really care about. I mean, for people who are sedentary, being sedentary is a killer. Being sedentary is an absolute killer, and this is something all the medical doctors agree on, and a lot of you in the fitness world want to argue that medical doctors don't know what they're talking about. And occasionally they don't. When it comes to human exercise biomechanics like squats and stuff, they probably don't. But they didn't study that. But when it comes to health markers, they do know with how that works. They do know about human biochemistry, and they know that being sedentary is an absolute killer, and it shows on your blood work. You can look at the blood work of someone and tell they're sedentary. And, it produces horrible blood markers. So yeah, someone who's been sedentary, within 30 days, their blood work will look like a totally different person. And in fact, this is something everyone that you love and care about, maybe your parents, your grandparents, you should be encouraging them to get out and walk. Because for most people, if you really want to get the average person healthy and at least glean the health benefits of exercise so that they live longer, have lower cancer rates, lower diabetes rates, less osteoporosis, less heart attacks, like dramatic improvements. Really, you need to be having people, everyone that you know, try to get in and lift weights 2 or 3 times a week. They don't even got to go that heavy, just some basic exercises that work all the big muscles. Even body weight squats, even body weight movements. A lot of full body weight movements can work wonders for them if they don't even have access to weights. Push-ups, pull-ups, even assisted pull-ups if they're not strong enough, body weight squats, that stuff can actually work. For someone who's not trying to get into amazing shape, they're not trying to gain a lot of muscle, they just want to get the health benefits of it, that will do it. That's all that's necessary, and get them to walk 3 or 4 times a week. And I do agree with Tracy on this one. For a lot of people who don't have a reason to necessarily run, Too much running can jar the joints. It can beat up the joints. It can require special shoes to not hurt yourself, hurt your arches. You got to find appropriate places to run. Running can beat up the body for a lot of people, and I'm not saying people shouldn't run. Running is still a great activity, still a great form of exercise, and a lot of people, for certain sport-specific reasons or career reasons, need to be practicing running. But if they don't and they want to walk instead, that's fine, because walking is low impact. You can do literally unlimited amounts of it without suffering real negative health effects. The only negative effect is your time. But you know what? The same amount of time that people spend watching television, they could also throw on their MP3 player and go walk for that same hour every day, listen to an audiobook, stimulate their mind, exercise their body, and reduce their overall stress. Just getting out and getting outside and walking around and doing something stimulating for their body and their brain can improve their overall health dramatically. Because that's something we need to remember too. When it comes to health and fitness, it's not just your body, it's your mind. And being sedentary can actually deteriorate your mind over time, and having a healthy mind and a stimulated mind can help you stay motivated to continue to get fit. The two are linked. They're very connected. Your physical health and your mental health can absolutely overlap each other, and you need to take care of both. And that's the thing. Stuff like doing that, getting out in nature just to walk and maybe listen to an audiobook or something, can work wonders for your mood, your brain, your health, your mental health, not just your physical health. And it all goes hand in hand. So, all of that being said, in this one case, I happen to agree with Tracy Anderson. But, again, that's unlikely to ever happen again, because she said some horrifically kooky stuff about resistance training and everything else. And it gets scary, though, that at the end of the day, the media and other people actually interview and talk to these celebrity trainers and give them credence as if they actually know what they're talking about. And some of the stuff they spout out is downright horrific and scary. So I don't want anyone to think I'm endorsing Tracy Anderson or celebrity trainers in general by agreeing with her on this one topic, because most of what she says is truly horrifically bad. And it's downright scary that she would be considered a fitness professional, stating a lot of the things that she's stating as far as actual advice for health and fitness. It would be one thing if she's giving advice for other reasons. You know, I might give advice on anabolics for other reasons that don't necessarily help your health in any way. But I warn people of that, and I tell them, you know, if you're doing this, it could shorten your life. It could have negative health effects when I discuss those sort of topics. But the thing is, a lot of these fitness celebrity trainers, they come up with crazy stuff that injures people, hurts people, or makes them get nowhere near their desired goals. And they don't tell them that ahead of time. They tell them that they actually know what they're doing. And that's what's scary. And they end up hurting people, or they give people such ineffective routines that it takes them 10 times as long to reach their goals as it should have. Particularly some of the resistance training stuff, when they get them doing all sorts of kooky stuff with little light weights and bands instead of building up to any sort of real resistance, or squatting on Bosu balls and all of that nonsense. So again, it would be nice if the media would get away from talking to these crazy kooky ass celebrity trainers and actually talk to people who know what they're talking about when they're giving the general population advice. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.